Alright guys, I'm going to show you a quick little trick to making these cheap walkway lights last way longer than they usually do. If you ever look at these and they don't last too long, I mean they last a while, but then they crap out. And why do they crap out? Well, you think it might be because the battery or something like that, but really when I look at them, the ones that crapped out, almost all of them have the same problem. The problem is this this little chip there with the four legs, or sometimes it's only three legs on certain ones. That's actually a charge controller for the battery, a solar charge controller specifically made for this kind of thing to charge it. The tiny little power come from the solar cell to charge the battery with. So that's a charge controller. And what happens is these things aren't sealed airtight, and they those legs on that chip always rust, and either rust completely off or rust to where the rust makes them all connect to each other, and it's always these rusty legs of this chip that is the failure on almost all of them. There's very few I've ever seen that had like any other issue. It's just the legs rust off of these things, or they rust together. You know, the rust merges the legs to where they short out on each other. So all you gotta do is when you first get some, I just bought 6 of them. This is the first time I want to try this. I've known this for a while, but ever since I've taken apart the ones that broke down, you just get some silicone, dab a little dab of silicone on those legs of that little chip thing there, and put it back together. And these damn things may last for years that way. It's because it's always the legs rusting off on these things. And to be clear here, is this whatever this thing is, this thing with the four little legs, the black thing square with four little legs. I've looked up ones that had numbers on them before, and it's basically a solar charge controller. But yeah, the legs rust off in a couple months, and then they go bad. So yeah, that's my trick. I'm about to dab. Just bought these. Going to dab a little dab of silicone on the legs of each one of them, and see how long they last. It might be quite a while, because that's usually a common cause of their failure. All right, later.